What is up, YouTube? I'm just going to make a quick little video explaining the situation that I had the other week where the drain plug for the oil actually fell out. I was doing, we were up at Half Moon. They were having a free ride day, and I changed my oil that morning, and I had the oil plug really tight. My dad came back, checked it, it was real tight, and I was doing the last few laps, and I came off and I went to go put my bike on the trailer, and I pulled the bike on the trailer, and it's just pouring oil. We never could find the plug, but since it was still draining oil, it had to have fallen out right there. But if I would have kept riding for the rest of the day and it had fallen out, my bike probably would have blown up. So this is just pretty much just a PSA for anybody out here watching this. Always make sure whenever you not only just keep your drain plugs tight, but this is a new drain plug that I had to order. Get a little wire tie off of like a bread bag or something, and if you can drill a hole through the head and just tie the wire tie up something under there, and it's going to keep the bolt from coming out. So you can actually see down here where the drain bolt is supposed to be. Pardon it being dirty down here. I sprayed the bike off and I washed it, but I didn't want to get underneath because I didn't want to get water into the actual oil pan. So I just kind of tried to keep the top nice, but I didn't want to risk spraying water down there. That's why it looks a little bit unpleasing to the eyes. So I'm going to go and get this put in, and we're going to fill it back up with oil, and we're just going to... We got everything we need now. We got our 12mm wrench. We got the copper crush washer. We got the bolt, the wire tie, and our oil. I spilt the oil, so I'm going to have to be going off the sight glass down here, not off of what it says on there because it's in between, and I'm not exactly sure. So we're going to get going to putting this in. I actually ended up opting for a different wire right there, but I got the bolt in, I got wire hooked up and twist over there. It's just going to keep it from rattling loose. It's not going to be able to twist. So now all we got to do is just fill it up with some oil. I've tipped this over. Pretty expensive. It was a gallon of Yamaloo, but I spilled it and it's kind of in between. I don't know exactly how much it is. So I'm just going to fill it up to right below my high mark. And so that's just what I'm going to do. I got my funnel here. I'm going to stick my funnel in, and I'm going to get the pouring. So basically what I did was, whenever I was filling it up, I was just kept checking it right here. I took it off the triangle stand and put it on this stand just to make sure it was level. And this right here, this little notch right there is going to be your low mark, and that notch right there is going to be your high mark. Since I know way to actually measure it out, I just pulled it right below the high mark. And then it's below the low mark. If it ever gets below the low mark you want to see. I'm also going to show you another thing that I believe is specific to Yamaha. This is the only one I know that does it is. I always do it whenever I change my oil. But right here is your oil pressure check. So whenever you change your oil, you want to make sure you still got oil pressure. So what you're going to do is you're just going to crack this open. Don't take it out. Just crack it to where it's not tight no more. and crank the bike and wait about a minute or so. If oil isn't coming out of here within a minute, then shut it off, and you're having some problems with your oil pressure. As you can see, there's a little bit around from where I do it, but I always do that whenever I change my oil. Just like I just have that assurance that I know that my cylinder and my piston is getting lubricated like it should. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I believe it's an 8mm. So I got the 8mm on here right now, so I'm just gonna crank it up here. You know, we got oil in it. We just put it in. I feel like an idiot. Well, it's probably flooded now, but we'll give it a shot. I can smell the gas. I know it's flooded now. So that's what you want to do. Just crack that loose. So yeah, that's the problem that I had. Just make sure that you always keep your bolts tight, especially one that's as crucial as your oil drain. You don't want to be in the middle of a moto or just out riding for fun or whatever, and your oil plug drops while you're riding. You don't know your bike runs out oil and you seize your piston to your cylinder. That's not a good day for anybody. So even if you haven't had it fall out before, it's just go ahead, just wire it up to something, make sure that it can't wiggle out by itself. And then whenever you do your oil changes, at least for the Yamahas I know, always check your oil pressure, just to make sure that you got oil pressure, because you might have a blockage in one of your oil squirter jets. That way you know that you're actually getting oil on the bottom of your piston and on your cylinder walls, and keeping everything good. So I'm not going to have any footage of me riding today. I should soon. Saving up to get in the GoPro. I should upload more often once I do get that. Until then, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll try to post as much